Heart of the Dot is all about our black community, bringing the peace, positivity, and unity, giving our dot people love and opportunity, shedding good light with my girl Chrissy MC.
Head up, toes down, with your chest out, fist out, stand proud, it's the time now. Don't die down, we some soldiers, we gon' lie down. We ride now, Heart of the Dot, yeah, we out.
This the Heart of the Dot, we climbing to the top. This the Heart of the Dot, the number one spot. This the Heart of the Dot, we climbing to the top, the number one spot. Ayy. This the Heart of the Dot, we climbing to the top. This the Heart of the Dot, the number one spot. This the Heart of the Dot, we climbing to the top, the number one spot. Ayy. Chrissy, me, Heart of the Dot. Ayy, ayy, ayy.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Heart of the Dot with your girl Chrissy and your girl Mish. Hey. We have Jay and Jewel of Art of a Rebel with us today. Super excited to just learn about a little bit more about them. They're really like community activists, like Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King, if I could compare. But yes, we are super happy to have you ladies. How are y'all feeling?
Good. We're glad.
What inspired Art of a Rebel?
So, a couple years ago, well, maybe about 5 years ago, well, we always wanted to like open up a school, like just a school for our community, because we feel like the oppression ain't gonna teach our kids what they need to know, so we was gonna teach that to them. But then we got to thinking like reality, like okay, the school take a lot of stuff, you gotta get approved, you know, teachers, your principals, you know, pay for it. So we was like, you know, what's something else that we can open up for our community that's kind of along the same lines. And so we thought of pretty much Art of a Rebel being just a creative outlet and a center eventually. That's what kind of piggybacked off the school idea. So opening like an art center for our community. And then
wait a minute, you mean like X-Men?
Yes,
absolutely.
Like,
actually,
definitely.
Yes.
No, yeah. Literally. Y'all can't spend a night like in the school like that and stuff like that. But like a school for creative,
like that.
Yes. And so for people that feel like them, that you know.
Not welcome
like rebels, people that's rebels, that you know they do their own thing, and so we just wanted to open that space, and so that's what kind of sparked the brand.
Okay. What about the name? Who came up with the name?
Yeah,
that was me too.
Yeah, but she definitely got the brain for the name.
Pretty much it really just tells what we want to do, like Art of a Rebel, the people who feel like outsiders or feel like they don't have a voice, but they're creative, they know how to put their voice into their art some kind of way, they know how to sing, they know how to draw, they know how to tattoo, they know how to do hair, you know what I'm saying, like, and so it was just like people, like I used to write poetry, I still write it, you know, every now and then, but it used to always be a thing, like poetry, you would think it's the rhyming and it gotta be this, and it was just like, my poetry was never that. Like, it was never that. It never rhymed, it was just real shit. And so I feel like that was like, with people with their art, like you can't tell people with their art, you can't conform it, there's no limits, you can't put it in a box. And so, shit, that's the Art of a Rebel. Tell me what you do, and you know, what sets you apart, what makes you, you know, different from everybody else, and instead of, you know, being basic, unique, or something like that shit, we rebellious. We go against the grain,
the norm.
What my good sister's leaving out is it literally came to her in like the middle of the night. It was on some random, like we had talked about the center like maybe back in 2015 type stuff, like when we were really getting deep into our conscious journey. And then, you know, kind of forgot. Then Jay just texted me, got it. I think I woke up to it. She like, Art of a Rebel. I'm like, okay, where we going with this? What we talking about? She's like, that's the name. And I'm like, all right, it makes sense, you know. And then a lot of our inspiration stem from, you know, people around us, our family. You know, we had cousins brothers and stuff that suffer from different mental obstacles, and
they just tie that in for sure.
They felt like not welcome or not part of the community and shunned by our own people. So we want to create that safe space where they can feel comfortable and feel like they can express themselves with no limits.
Exactly.
And without being judged.
To piggyback off of that, I mean, if we want to get deep into it, like she was saying, we have been talking about it, you know what I'm saying, and all of that, and then Adam passed. Adam was our close, like that was our brother, and he was an artist forever, just great at art. And then he started doing tattoos and stuff like that, and so at about like 21, he was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and so that kind of tied in like the mental health aspect of, because like she said, he felt like, you know, once he was diagnosed, it was kind of like, you know, don't nobody accept me no more.
Especially in the black community.
Especially, it's like, you know, he weird, he on, you know, it's a stigma, and it's like, nah, let's talk about it. You got a space to talk to me. You know, he would just come to me, and so it's like, for our center, we want that space. Like, if you ain't got nowhere else to go, pull up. Like, we got you. Like, if you want to just come and write some shit out for a couple of hours, we're going to have that room for you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to just
splash some space.
Right. If you nothing. So that's really that tied in. And then after he passed, it was just like, oh, it's go time. Like, we got to do it. We got to. Because
and what's
it's like,
crazy
it's sitting on our heart.
Even though it's like a stigma, everybody know that any artist's best work usually come from pain and all that, you know, mental unstableness. Like, they best work. It's like that's when they most creative. So,
and a lot of people. I'm sorry. Go.
You
I'm ready to say.
You can't, you know, when people feeling like that, you can't just box them in, put them in the corner. What's that gonna do for them? Aside from, you know, creating more rage and anger and, you know, alienating them from their community or the people they love. So, you know, we want to take it or allow them to express themselves, basically.
Man, when you think about like even famous artists like Van Gogh, like they all have such a messed up history. Like that man cut his ear off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and then it's just like, think about how complex. And where they would have been or what would have happened if they didn't have that outlet, that art, you know, to go to. Like, I'm going crazy. Like I gotta channel this energy somewhere. And so. Yep, and here we are. You know what I'm saying?
And I know, like, a lot of black people, we as kids go through a lot. I know so many people that has went through sex abuse, molestation, even guys that have been through that. And so it's good that we have platforms like that for y'all, because I feel like us as black people, we know how to express freely through art, whether it be music, painting, for sure. Whatever the case may be. So I love that.
And we so creative. We very black creative. People, like, it's just period. Like, we always have been, always will be. Like, everything stems from us or an idea we had. Like, I don't care what nobody
nothing but us.
Like, and so it's just like,
nobody do it like we'll be getting into car accidents if they didn't in busy traffic lights.
It'd be a lot. We wouldn't be here doing shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It wouldn't be no road. Wouldn't be nothing. Yeah. So for real, straight up, that really. And then it's a lot of people don't know or realize that, like, you hear the statistics about black people having the highest
suicide rates,
or even down to health problems like diabetes and cancer and stuff like that, and they don't realize that stuff you experienced in your past, that trauma, that childhood trauma, like all that shit affects that. Like I read, it's actually a book on our site as one of our resources, and it's called The Deepest Well, and it's about this black doctor, and she talks about childhood trauma and how it affects, like, people can be perfectly healthy and then just have lung cancer and never smoked, ain't nothing, but they don't. It's these things called ACEs, and it's like how many traumatic experiences you went through as a child, and it's like that. And people don't want to tell you that. You know what I'm saying? You never want to think about that. Then you don't think about. Black people just living every day. We living with post-traumatic stress syndrome. You know what I'm saying? Just we seeing people get killed every day, and we just gotta deal with it. And it's just like, no, that shit's not cool. We was walking the other day around the block, you know, just walking with me, her, and my daughter, and we seen some police at another house or whatever like that. And my daughter, like, I'm scared. Like, she out her mouth, she's sick. She's like, I'm scared. And I'm like, for the people that's supposed to be here to protect and serve, you know, there's no reason that you should be like that. Like she like paused up everything. It's like you sick and you got PTSD for the police already. Like it shouldn't be like that. And it's just like black people got to deal with that on a daily, and people don't understand how that affects our mental, our physical, all that. Like it all tie in. So hopefully we can bring that awareness to our community because we need it.
Break these curses.
For sure. And that honestly was my next question about like what services do you guys offer? And y'all just really summed it up.
Yeah. Thanks for answering that. We can put it on like this. Big answer, but yeah.
I mean, right now, so of course we ain't got our center yet. And so kind of in the meantime, building up to that, we want to create a platform for artists to be able to express themselves and discuss, like if you had mental obstacles or if it was, you know, what inspired you, was it childhood trauma. Like it's a space that you can be open, you know, it's safe, we ain't gonna judge you. Like even with the raw mentality that we drop, like it's a space for, because black men always say they can't tell nothing, you know. And so it's like, even if like you can, I be posting like men can write into us, we can be anonymous. We ain't even gotta say who you are. Just like y'all feel like y'all ain't got that outlet, so we provide that for you. And I do want to clear up, because I know a lot of people. We are not psychologists, psychiatrists.
We are not licensed professionals.
None of that. But we can help you. Sorry, but
all I can do is give you a number.
But we can provide that step for you to get there. We can provide different places, different doctors, different licensed professionals for you. And even if you don't want to go that far, like if you do go to our website, we can provide websites. We provide podcasts that you know just focus on black mental health, and we do things like that. And so what we can do though for you is if you want to come, you know, and tell us about your art, tell us about your story, you know, we do have that open space. And then always, if you are going through something, you can always reach out to us and we can give you the steps or provide, you know, what you need. But we do not offer counseling sessions yet. We will have some in the future as far as like fundraisers type things, but it won't be us. So I just do want to clear that up so people won't think that we are, you know, you can come to us, but we ain't licensed to tell you, you know, diagnose you or none of that.
They just the outlet.
Just the outlet. We the stepping stone, you know.
If you ever want to talk about how fast your ice melts.
If it's bothering you, hey, shoot it to us. I don't know the solution for that, but
now they won't be able to tell you how to fix the ice melting.
We got options,
but they can definitely listen to you.
You can be that shoulder.
If you reach out to me asking how fast ice melt, I'm gonna look it up with you.
And we they're gonna get
we gonna find an aquatician.
If
that's even anything. Somebody that specializes
you can even direct them to the igloo cups. You know what I mean?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's
we gonna get you there. We ain't gonna have the answer probably right out, but we gonna find it.
You may be a whole genius, so reach out to us for that question.
Exactly. I think that we really just kind of spoke to someone who didn't. Y'all didn't get that before.
Iceologist, we're gonna look into that.
Yeah, y'all get it now.
Anything of that nature. Artofarebel.com.
Art of a Rebel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Artofarebel.com.
Let them know, sis.
I love it. So y'all definitely started this platform at the most perfect time in the year 2020 with everything that's going on in our black culture, our black community, police brutality, the injustice that's going on. So I know that y'all went to Minnesota.
And the Million Man March.
Y'all did go to the Million Man March. Oh my God, that
we been in this thing.
I told y'all we have Martin Luther King
to a couple things.
So what was y'all experiences in those moments?
Man, all I can say is, although you know it's very unfortunate circumstances, it's an incredible experience every single time. We build a relationship every single time we go. It's just knowledgeable, and it's like real comforting to meet somebody 1,000 miles away and they love you. It's like you don't even know me and you love me. So that's what I take mostly from, you know, traveling for the different activists, places we go, things we do, right? But also on top of that, it's knowledgeable. Like you go there and you know you can read first of all, the internet, you know how the internet is. It's its own universe, galaxy itself. So once you actually get there and get in those places, you get a little bit of a different story or a different facts that you wouldn't have got on the internet. So
Or
I don't know. For sure CNN, because you know when we went to Minnesota, all over the internet, you know, you were seeing the riots and everybody taking this and taking that. We went out there. I mean, it was riots, but what they ceased to tell y'all is that stuff that was getting taken from stores, they were giving back to the community for free.
Right. They were setting up shop.
They ain't saying nothing about that.
They were.
I'll tell you,
diapers,
when the
care baskets, all that. Like they gave that back to the community free of charge. All you gotta do is pull up. Let them know what size you need. What all that. But you know the news, they not
gonna tell us.
The news not telling you that.
And they don't tell you like when they released the when they came in the tanks and stuff like that. We was all sitting. Everybody was sitting down.
We was on the ground, y'all.
They got off with the
spaghetti, like
the smoke bombs, the gas
stuff, and y'all was chilling.
Like so, it's crazy. And you can really compare and contrast the experiences because I mean they both, like she was saying, knowledgeable. You gain experience. You gain a lot of things that you're gonna see behind a computer. But the Million Man March was just beautiful. Like black people everywhere.
How was y'all feeling?
It was amazing. Like I ain't never felt like that before. And then for it to all be positive, like one no fight, one no thinking, one no
this is gonna be emotional.
And even if because I know some people don't fuck with Farrakhan type stuff. So, even if you did, it didn't even matter. There was so many dope people there. It
was bigger than Farrakhan. When you go to stuff like that, you gotta remember that this movement, the revolution, is bigger than you. It's not about yourself. The whole experience. We had a 24-hour bus ride with 50 people we didn't ever met. We never met.
Me and Jewel was just hey, let's do it. I said. And it was was it on my birthday?
Yeah, it was a birthday.
It was on my birthday's the 9th. It was on the 10th. And so we rolled up on my birthday though. I was like, bro, for my birthday, we gotta be there. Yeah. And what really low key, my daddy went back. I remember him going to the was it the first one? Yeah, 95 95. And so I'm and I remember back then, shit, this Million Man March. And so for us to be able to experience that again and to be in that, and we was on our getting woke shit. That's what
that was the beginning of our
right after Trey.
Before everybody
stuff like that.
So y'all not woke, bro.
And we at the point now that we
don't even care. A lot of stuff people swear we it's bigger than that. Only the beginning.
We didn't live it. We didn't be through it.
It's a lot of groundwork that need to be done. And just I'm not looking down on nobody. Everybody's journey.
You got your process, your journey, and and it's cool. Everybody gonna take their time, go through their own. But we just at the point where
it's bigger than that. Let us know when you want to do the ground.
Everything a us. We but
here, but you wait.
You're right. How you know you alive for real? No,
I be wondering that.
My tweets today.
When we go to sleep,
this is a scam.
All right, bro, for real.
We don't be philosophy portion.
Real. My Twitter today, I'm don't.
No, because when I go into a deep sleep and I wake up and I'm like, what?
Where did I just go in my sleep?
Exactly. Listen.
I'm gonna tell y'all one theory that I do have. I'm gonna tell y'all.
I love the theories.
So y'all know when we be going to sleep,
we can be here
and we walk around and you go to different things. I be feeling like we be walking around like our world, but it look different. So if I leave my house and go to Quick Trip,
it's a bad thing.
That's
what my daughter do that. My daughter's
special. Years ago, I used to stay having dreams.
She really is.
No, for real. Because she could read when she was 1.
No, she is special. She got gifts for sure. But she was telling me about the other day. She was like, I had a dream and we was flying and she went went to her cousins, and she was like, yeah, and I had to pick her up. I was like, damn, you astral projecting, low key. You just tell me she had dreams about frequencies and shit. Like, she really
come get me
on that level. No. But yeah, for sure. But nah, that it really we can't really get deep into that shit. But back to the Minnesota experience was a dope experience. It was crazy. Like, we was out there really fighting for our lives type shit. Like, they had, like, we was going one way. Yeah, and they was like, the Ku Klux Klan is coming. You know, so they was calling them some kind of boys, but they had like things on their arm, and they was like, they coming that way. Something, they weren't good boys. Don't talk about this. But they was calling them something, some boys for real, and they was like, you know, they coming that way, so you got them coming that way, you got the police coming at you this way. It's like you really
don't know what
in between a rock and a hard place. And
like building smoking because it was on fire, so
we got whole.
It was like a war zone where we
rubber bullets. Like, I brought home for souvenir type shit.
We were
like
running. I remember niggas got gas. We couldn't see shit.
I remember. I think you made a post and you was like, I want to say so bad that I can't breathe, but I remember George Floyd. He couldn't breathe. And he
can't
was
speak
like,
real shit because like y'all, it was really like you really, because on top of all you got the debris from the shit burning, you got the smoke, you got the tear gas, then you got we covering our face because it's the beginning of corona and shit too. And then we covering our face because we ain't got time to be, you know, they Sandra Bland, you know, don't snatch us because y'all know who we are, you know what I'm saying? And so we really, and I'm really like, damn, as many times as I want to say I cannot breathe, I'm like, I can't say that shit because you can't say it in vain, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so it was really a touching experience, and even though we was really fighting for our lives, and like it was worth it, like for sure. It's fucked up because you don't know how you see people that get hit with them bullets and their eyes is gone, or they miss something that's damaged forever. Like, you really, that's how we was out there, like, to the point we was like, all right, next time we gotta get real gear. Real gear.
It was real like activists, like y'all really
It was a point where like we were.
Y'all was like, you trying to go? Just out the blue. She talking about me being out the blue. She was like, hey, we gotta go. We gotta do something. I feel like we just sitting around not doing nothing. She said, you trying to go? I was at work. Gotta rent a car or what? We was gone.
I was at work. I just got back to Jefferson City because I traveled back and forth. I just got back to Jefferson City for work. Went to work. I'm at work like.
No, this ain't enough.
Right. You know, the littlest thing, you know, when it's stuff, especially when it's really like that, like it was same date type shit.
Fresh, yeah.
So I'm like, anytime a white person look at me sideways, ooh. Yeah. And then, you know, when you working in customer service and you in that mind zone.
Yeah, you gotta be that cook, like, bitch, hey.
So, you know, I got off work. I'm like, Jay, it don't feel right. We gotta go. Like, I can't just, you know, go work for I can't do that. Like, it ain't right.
She can't go by herself. So I was like, shit.
And I told her, I said, if you ain't trying to go, I'll catch my flight. It's nothing.
I was like, oh my God, no. You will no. So I was like, all right, shit, we gotta. Did we rent a car? Yeah, or did we rent a car?
No, we rented a car. Yeah, we went the next day.
We was out.
It was, hey, you know, and it brings us, you know, even though we sisters, we've been together all our life. But like
to share certain experiences,
and it goes, you know, bigger than just blood. Yeah. Like long time ago, I remember telling Jay, like, our souls chose each other's family for a reason. Like, we were destined to be together. Yeah, it just works
because
that way.
So many siblings, they don't even take interest in the same things, like at all.
It's like, how are y'all?
Yeah, like one sibling, like Jay could easily look at you like you're stupid, right? You're stupid for doing this, and then you know, like, so yeah.
So it was
what's that called?
Siblings.
Yep. Soul ties.
No, we do because like we'll be saying the same shit and we be like
same thoughts,
we
ain't like randomly.
It'd be like that, but it really do. And even like, don't get it wrong, like we still sisters, so we do have disagreeing thoughts and stuff like that. But we learn to, like, she got certain qualities that I don't have, you know what I'm saying, and vice versa. And so you got to learn as a team to piggyback off of what one is good off of and good at, and what the other person is good at. So we make it work.
But yeah, Minnesota was a powerful experience.
Definitely.
I was just like, they really went out here and did this.
I was so nervous for y'all watching y'all Snapchat.
Everybody was nervous.
I had chills. Like, I'm like, these bitches.
No.
She said, protect the Hawkins Sisters.
Yeah, we almost got a few times.
Yes.
Like, it was this one time, actually, I think, because mind you, it was like an all-day thing. So it wasn't, we got out there for a couple hours. No, we were out there for all day.
Yes.
We had sandwiches in our book bag.
Right.
So it was this moment where they did the tear gas, and so we running, we crying because we can't see.
I think we got split up. Yep, we got split
I
up.
lost them, and so I'm by myself at this point on the phone, like, where y'all at? And then it's this bridge, right? So they was trying to they were trying to
barricade everybody.
Yep, have us under the bridge.
Under the bridge.
Basically on some
suffocate, like you was gonna suffocate. Like if they would have threw the shit in there, like that's how.
Like they
had
tried to
war
take us out,
tactics.
like for real.
Right,
Like
war
it was
tactics.
crazy, and it was like we were that close to.
Like that should be real out there. Like that should be real.
I'm about to like cry right now because
real.
like I can't.
My ankle, y'all, is still fucked up, bro. I ain't even gonna bullshit y'all. Like I run it when we was going through under the tunnel, and they was doing that shit, and we was looking for Jewel, and it was rocks, and then on top of that, they was fixing the highway or something, so it was a construction site. So it's just rocks everywhere, dirt, debris. So I didn't fall, but like I twisted my ankle, y'all. My shit still hurt to this day. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. To this day. Like to this day. It be real life war wounds.
Really echo.
Okay, I'm sorry. It did. They got to shut us down, y'all.
I just can't wrap my head around why we as black people are hated because of the color of our skin, the texture of our hair, the fullness of our lips. I just
Magical.
Very
magical.
We could do everything.
It's indie.
We could do everything.
Haters gonna
And
say
like we was saying how
Yes.
you wouldn't be here without us. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
they mad at that. Like
And everybody
y'all mad
knows
that y'all
that.
didn't come up with that idea first. Y'all mad that this person that y'all deem so beneath you is coming up with all like, damn, I didn't think about that. Like, and so they mad. They been mad from the jump. You know what I'm saying? Since everything, Egypt, all of that. Like, why is this a civilization? Like,
And they
whoa,
really
y'all know how to wash
too.
y'all ass?
Yeah.
Yo,
And we taught you that, bitch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We taught you how to wash your ass and cook your food.
They mad.
We need your ass.
grateful.
We told you
And put that shirt on the right side.
stop living with your animals. Don't live in the
Respect your
barn.
elders. And you want to know what? I feel like right now the reason that we have them so pissed off and like because there was our grandparents' era and then our parents, and then our parents were just like.
Just kind of took it and ran with it.
And that's how they raised us. And then we like, bitch,
We
fuck
got-
that. You said what? Why is this shit gone? I'm like, I don't give a damn. So they like, this shit.
We didn't want, like you said, protect the Hawkins Sisters. If we ever
don't give a
convict them,
damn.
even if it ain't police brutality, if a white person or anything murder me, don't listen to my mama. Period. Do not listen to my mama. I burn everything.
Burn that shit down.
You hear it verbatim on record. Fuck it. No.
See, and I'm
She
like,
wouldn't want it. No, I wouldn't. I would come back and I would hunt your ass.
I'm like, y'all.
Find my tweet.
I'm gonna get up there at the press conference. I'm be like, I'm sorry, Miss Deidre. She ain't say that. She ain't say that.
She said she was gonna hire me tonight if I didn't stand up.
Yeah, we gotta burn this shit down.
We would be sitting right here at the heart of the dots behind Shay, like, didn't I tell you?
Whispering. Y'all can feel it. I can feel it, y'all.
Y'all have a job.
I'm going all Riley's first. I'm going, is that cool? I'm going all Riley's first.
You know you done fucked
Chick-fil-A,
up.
is that cool? Can I start with Chick-fil-A?
You know you done fucked up.
Yeah, it's me.
You know you fucked up. Jewel.
Yeah, y'all. So they said y'all gotta burn it down.
So, yeah, burn that shit down.
Because why not?
No mercy.
They don't care about us.
We built the shit anyway.
At
You feel
all.
me? We'll do it again.
It's like
We'll
they
do
just
it
want to see
again.
the skies red, full of smoke and fire. Before they
I love it.
listen.
I do.
Yeah.
Before they listen, that's what it's gonna take.
Oh, okay.
At first, I ain't gonna lie. At first, I was like, man, y'all, we could just go to protest. Now I'm like, we could just kill the police.
Yeah.
Oops.
I mean, shit. No.
Not the police.
They left me on her head too. No, but for real, it's like,
You know, like, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. And it brings those type of, like,
Where is Peaceful Goddess?
I swear, y'all can't even. I do not watch police brutality videos. I cannot. I don't go to the comments on the fucking news.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm so over that because I be wanting to get on and pay for a damn membership to look up somebody's address.
Nah, seriously.
And pop up at their house. Like, that's how it make you feel. Like, we just get tired of seeing that.
I can't study. Like I was saying, like that shit has an effect on your mental. Like no matter, people like you can get numb to it for one. Like just oversaturated. It's not healthy at all. Like no, this is not normal. Just like people like I couldn't have lived in slave days. Like slaves was watching people get hung and felt like they was hopeless. You know what I'm saying? What can we do? And it's just like they became numb to that shit. Like shit. We know they're gonna get off, and then
it's a million slaves on that. That's so much. I'm about to get mad because that's just so much mind control.
Excuse me, not slave, enslaved.
Yes, there's so many people that were enslaved on one plantation. You got one slave owner.
Have y'all seen Antebellum? I know y'all just said no slave movies, right? But I'ma just give y'all spoilers. So sorry if y'all ain't watched it. But Antebellum is a movie. I was confused for the movie because they was on a plantation, and then like in the middle of the movie, Janelle Monáe woke up in like a regular apartment. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck? So I'm thinking, it's some mind, like she on some different parallel universe type shit. Like this is her life in the past, but no. So what the happened is, it was like a place in the middle of nowhere, nigga, and they made it a plantation in like 2020 and had people working the plantation. And it's like, that's all it takes. You know what I'm saying? They had her on the plantation. They took away the phones and shit like that. They like beat her ass, knocked her out so she didn't know where she was when she woke up. And so she woke up like, well, shit, am I in 1930s? What the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, how do you know that shit ain't going on?
And you know what's so crazy?
Like, and it was just people, she just got kidnapped. And it was like, bro, there's so many black
people going
missing.
Yeah.
But that in the black market,
I go traveling a lot. And did I tell you this when I was telling you about like going on a cabin trip? And I was like, I had a literally
sundown town.
If it's a sundown town, because that shit is real. And I'm like, I don't want to me trying to be adventurous, trying to see some shit
for real.
Boom, I'm
wake
going
up to fires.
Wake up, picking cotton, kill me. Wake up, picking cotton. Y'all, they had whole actors acting like Confederate soldiers. The master, like they was talking like they was. I'm like, white people sick like that. Like they want to do this shit again. That's what they American great again. Yeah, they want to see that, and I'm like, nigga, movies always art depicts life. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? We can't.
Somebody know about that shit.
Yeah, and we can't even say that ain't happening. No. That could very well happen. It could very well happen.
Where the idea come from?
Exactly.
That shit happening somewhere, bro. They got people picking. Just like nigga, we was watching some video and like the man was like, he didn't know that they was free and it was like 1960.
I seen that.
Yeah, it's just like, bro.
It was even more.
He was a sharecropper. He was a sharecropper all the way into the 60s.
Yeah, and then like when I was watching Antebellum, and that's like they was killing people and stuff. Like they was really bad. Like they was just killing, like they was enslaved people still, and they was the mass, and it was just like missing people that had went missing. Like, hey, yup, that. Hey.
Let me wake up on the plane. That's all I let me wake up on the plane. They just gonna have to beat me because I'm gonna tell you something. I lived on 72nd and Plum yesterday. Okay, I know I did. You ain't gonna tell me I'm asleep.
My name is not Tober.
It's not the 30s. It's not the 30s.
I'm like,
you calling me silly?
You call me Julie. You call me Daisy. It's no other. No.
Yeah.
I do know how to read. No, you got me fucked up. I do.
I see this word. Are you telling me? Are you telling me you told this word yesterday? It was there.
We living in some crazy.
I would be straight arguing like you really got me fucked up.
Yeah, for real. Like that's why I know for a fact that I would have been
thought
killed
I was punked.
Either back in the slave days.
Ashton, where are you?
Yes.
This is real. This Halloween.
Because even when a white person say something racist, I'll be like,
Ashton,
are you serious? I must be asleep. Let me pitch myself. Wait.
What you say? Like,
For real.
yeah,
That's
no.
definitely the bravery for me. Y'all went through some things, and kudos to y'all. Hats off to y'all. We bound to y'all for that because
That's what it's gonna take, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like people that being brave, like ain't nothing gonna happen. Like even like Shay said, like if we do get to the point of murdering cops, then it's gonna have to be them people that's brave enough to take one for the team, because you know you ain't getting out of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you really, to be free, it's like you really gotta live like that. Like you can't be scared of death. You can't be scared of being fucked up if you fight for your people. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's bigger than us.
yeah, for real. Like my kids gotta grow up in this. Exactly.
Ooh, I done had so many nights just watching them. Like my son is only 2, y'all, and I have cried. I have
Really?
cried.
Really?
Like
Yes.
I battle every day. I tell them every day. Like I don't know if I want
Wanna
kids.
bring
It's too
kids
much.
into this world.
Exactly. Like my son is only 2, and I swear to God, every single time I see something with like us, I be holding my baby tight. Like, boy, you have no idea what is waiting for you. Like, literally waiting for you. Like waiting for you to be like 6.
Yeah.
6.
Literally, you a man.
Yes, exactly.
So
My
they
baby is chocolate. His hair is nappy. His lips is big.
He's
like
black, honey.
Yes, I'm like,
Yeah,
it's
for real.
it's sickening. Like
It
I be
really
getting
is.
sad. I be looking at my baby. Sometimes I just stare at him like, Lord, why I couldn't have a girl? Because what am I going to do?
it don't matter.
It don't. It don't matter.
Because I was gonna say that, like when I was first pregnant, I wanted to have a boy, but then it was like after a while, I was like, I'm glad I didn't have a boy. But now at this point, it's like,
That's
shit,
true.
you black.
Yeah.
So
No matter what gender
shit,
you is,
right?
black,
Man,
we gonna go through
woman,
it.
trans, and white people don't gotta think about that. You know what I'm saying? Just on
At
a
all.
day. Like even with me, like I was considering, you know, even moving in certain areas, and you like, you know what? I ain't even gonna move up there because the police is too hot.
I do not
I ain't
be tripping. I don't care
Yeah.
about living in Lenexa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Overland Park,
no,
Johnson
bro,
County.
no,
I'm
keep it,
cool.
bro. Like, yeah, I'm like, nope, I ain't got time. Like, nah, nope. And then, like, I'm already like, just no, just like, we black too. Like, no, like, it ain't no, and we ain't even, we black. We not Oreos, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna come up here and act like y'all to fit in. So
right.
y'all we got a target on our back. So it's just like, you know what? I'm cool. I don't even, and it's fucked up because you want to better yourself. You want your kids to, you know, live in a better neighborhood type. But nope,
The neighborhood don't be better for
I'm
them.
like,
They are
I'm
the
not,
target.
bro,
They
I'm
see
like,
them 5 black
I'm gonna
people
have
in
to
one
worry,
school.
right, about you going outside. Nah, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Gonna play with everybody that look like you.
Go on with the little niggas out there.
Right.
Who mama gonna come
When the
tell me
street
y'all
lights
some
on,
fuck shit?
right?
Everybody ass getting beat. Let's move on. But
Okay.
nah.
Yeah.
Because white people like to mind their business at the wrong time.
Exactly.
I said white people like to mind their business at the wrong
At the
time.
wrong time.
Yeah, like when you see something, they be like, well, we don't.
Right.
Like, well, nah, because you was just trying to call the police for
Right.
it. Ain't
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this, on Facebook, it's a stolen KC page or some shit like that.
Girl.
Y'all, this Karen ass bitch got on there, y'all. Put a picture of her
Karen
neighbor.
ass bitch.
Put a picture of her neighbor's yard, like backyard, because it was like cars parked in the backyard. And she's like, "This is suspicious. Why would they be parked in the backyard? I tried to call the police." And
Bitch, 'cause that's
they
their
said-
house.
Bro, we was like, I'm just like, bro, this
For no reason.
For no reason, bro.
They have nothing
And
to
I'm like,
do.
and the police would have popped up and killed them.
Cause
Because you was being nosy.
And I
worried
feel like
about
that needs to become
Mind
a
the
law.
business, that's yours.
That needs to become a serious
Like this shit attempted
law.
murder. If you call
Yes.
the police on me, that's attempted murder.
Yes.
Period. Because we don't know what the fuck they gonna come and do.
that's
No.
how you should look at it.
For
Yes.
real. Like don't call the police on me, bro.
Ooh,
Straight up. Because I don't know if I'm gonna live to see.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck that.
just let me go.
For real.
Just let me go.
For real.
What I steal? What I steal? You want me to put it back?
Right.
Here you go. I don't even know how bitches still boosting these
Matter of fact,
days.
look,
It's
I'm
dangerous.
saying.
It's a dangerous game.
They really ain't
My
been
son
doing
wearing
that
2
much
teeth.
no more. I ain't been seeing
Right.
too much
Yeah.
of it. Like,
Everybody is looking
everybody
at
done come.
Yeah.
I know. I'm like,
Yeah.
they ain't doing
Yeah, the
it.
boosters
But then
bad.
Christmas is coming up, so they probably gonna.
Hey, my son wearing 2 teeth, but we ain't doing none of that. We ain't really with all that boosting. He wearing 2 teeth and
You can anonymously submit
TVs on
a message
Black
to
Friday.
me on artoftherebel.com.
Wear a mask.
I mean, if you can find a house or
Wear
something,
masks, just be like,
yeah. Anybody want to boost a 5-bedroom, 6-bathroom, wherever you, nothing too major. You know what I'm saying?
You on your Great Gatsby boosting houses?
Yeah.
I'm with all that.
Go big. Why
limit yourself?
shit?
Yeah, why limit yourself?
Exactly.
That's the white people do.
They get whole new
They
social
stole
security.
They stole the whole continent. Multiple continents. Because they didn't colonize everybody. Was going there.
They came up with Columbus Day. Boy, they sick, boy. They sick.
They boosted a whole continent. Multiple. These niggas said they was loaning back some stolen artifacts.
Not only
loaning to me, you don't steal my shit and for a limited amount of time.
Can you imagine? It was England.
It was, I think it was Nigeria. It was one of them.
It was one of them. But who was it?
Yeah, Brit. That's all the same shit. England.
it's all white.
Europeans.
Non-black motherfuckers
Europeans.
try to loan the shit they stole back to the motherfuckers they stole it from.
That's why they.
I think it was Nigeria.
We can let y'all borrow.
No.
Y'all artifacts, bruh.
No, they're ours.
I might.
It's
Blow all this shit up,
It's
bro.
coming, guys. It's coming.
I got to.
It's coming.
The apocalypse or like the revolution?
The revolution.
Both of them.
It's gonna happen. Them white, soon as the revolution start, the white people gonna trigger the apocalypse. They like, let's go ahead and let them zombies
Real
out.
shit. As soon as we get some shit,
Yeah,
it's gonna end.
Oh,
some,
guys, look at all these crazy.
y'all watch Lovecraft?
That's so stressful.
Y'all watch Lovecraft?
Lovecraft.
But like you just said, release zombies like they be releasing monsters and shit. Like it's like that. Like,
I
bro,
have
like,
seen that. Yes.
all these shows and these movies, bro, they're real, bro.
HBO.
HBO.
Okay, maybe
I watch it on
streaming service.
Okay. But I feel like I have seen that show where they release like monsters and stuff. Yes.
Shit, like
That's
all that
real.
shit, yeah, is real.
These
Like,
politics is just slowly but surely turning into the movies
And
that we
honestly,
watch.
it's at a point where like I can't even be enraged about it no more. I'm just laughing.
yeah.
y'all some
To keep
motherfuckers.
from, bro, like the audacity.
Like, well, white
These
people.
niggas just don't keep people.
White people in.
Bro,
Yeah.
like I'm just like Breonna Taylor, in her case, it was just like
Disrespect.
on disrespect, on dish. I'm like, these niggas, they still going. Bruh, I'm like, and I, God rest her soul. I hope she's resting in peace. But on some real shit, I hope she something haunt they ass every fucking night. Cause it's just like, how, bro? And y'all just don't keep
Every
shitting on
single
her
one of
name,
them.
bro.
Like, I hope that the image will just flash until you kill yourself.
Bro, yes.
Because there's no
bro.
way they can be sleeping at night.
Bro,
Like,
you can't.
And then know that you got off though.
Exactly.
Yes, like really sick in the
You
bitch.
got charged.
That's that white people shit.
That bullet didn't hit her, it hit the neighbor's wall. So
It
you
didn't hit
get
the
charged
target
for
that
that
shouldn't have been your target.
in the first place.
Wow.
That we still gonna say she was a target. We're gonna ask her ex-boyfriend if we can pay him off to say she was still in some shit. After we try to charge our boyfriend for shooting at intruders. Yeah. Not the police, fucking intruders, because y'all was at the wrong motherfucking house from the jump. Like, bro, we can go, bro. Like,
This why
just
I
like
fuck
Amber
with
Geyer.
you,
Is that bitch name that killed the one that,
Amber.
You
bro.
so aggressive.
Cuz, bro. That's the bitch. I wish we will.
And she got
You know we will. We got an address of Jewel. Let's go. We can have
This me
you ready?
in the middle of the night. It's not sitting right, Joe.
Bro, I'm like, niggas be like, they can't find George Zimmerman. I'm like, give us a. We can. Me and Joe be in Florida for 3 months and
signing his autograph everywhere.
nigga.
It's not sitting right.
The police finding his ass getting pulled over for petty shit. His ass is out there and he's a bitch ass.
I just wish listen to the black killers in our community. I said, listen, the black killers in our community, like, really take, listen. I'm saying, like, listen, like, take that. I know that nigga owe you 3 stacks.
No, real shit.
But
It's bigger than us. Remember that? That's real.
Like,
And all that petty shit. Really, that's
real.
black people downfall.
Bro, y'all, when
All
I
that
say
petty shit.
when niggas like to tie that all back in, like in Minnesota, like y'all here, y'all running from niggas who they ain't shooting to kill y'all. You know what I'm saying? They shooting to scare y'all. They shooting to make a point. They shooting because you did something to that big homie. Them white people, they was shooting to kill us.
Yeah.
We was running from the Klan.
They meant to kill
like they
us.
want your head, nigga. Them they like
it's a trophy.
And don't get me wrong,
shit.
people do be beefing because you killed my brother type shit. Like,
Right.
I'm not downplaying that at all. But it's completely different. Like you niggas that's run
Stuff that don't matter like that at all.
That street shit, like y'all would be pissing y'all pants out there, y'all.
Yeah.
Like we was literally like y'all. That shit's different. Like
And that's
they
what's
is coming
crazy
for your head.
Is that I feel like a lot of niggas that do be on that street shit when they for something about the white people have us so scared. Like
That's exactly what we saying. Like
it just has us
motherfuckers
so
ready
scared.
to post up with another nigga, but
Then
when
the
it comes to these
KKK
white
come
folk,
around, y'all don't want to.
let's
y'all, that's
comply.
them over there. Like,
But no, I'm gonna kill them motherfuckers just like you was quick to kill motherfucker that owe you $10.
Have that same energies.
yeah.
That you grew up with, especially in
sis.
Kansas, Wyandotte. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
that's your people.
And this town
Like
is
that's
too
your
small.
whole cousin.
This town is way too small
Way
for
too
everybody
small.
to
Everybody
kill each other
know.
like
Everybody
that.
or your peoples know. They peoples.
Everybody that went to what's that they used to
3
have
middle
at KCK?
schools, 3
Exactly.
high schools,
Right.
like-
We done went to night rooms. Yes. Like Quinny.
options. Like that shit is whack, bro.
Yeah.
That shit whack.
That's okay, y'all. Ooh. We gon'
We got
somehow, some way.
All right. So, do y'all have any upcoming events or anything planned, like in the near future, for Art of a Rebel? Excuse me.
Nothing specifically aside from our docu-series right now. We putting a lot of our time and energy into our docu-series, and where we're going around and we are interviewing local artists about what they do and how
Go ahead. My bad.
what they do and how they are using their art, to get through stuff and advice for people coming up, just like guidance and type stuff.
Right.
So the docu-series, we look forward to doing more collaborations with other people, figuring out how to maneuver through this pandemic and do things. But
Cause we got the ideas, they there. Like we got so many things. Like damn, we gotta wait till we can have more than 10 people in the room. So we do got just stay tuned. But in the meantime though, like she was saying, our docu-series and besides interviewing, like we want to see you doing your in your element. Like we want to see that. Like let's see that passion and see what you actually doing. Show us your talent because it's there. And then even if people like the raw mentality, it's just like we just trying to open
Create the
avenues,
outlet.
as many avenues as we can for people to reach out, to step out of that stigma that I can't talk to nobody or that I'm weak or this or that, especially in the black community, I'm weird, I'm whatever the case may be. And so we just every day it's another idea like dang, we should do this. So it's coming, but that I guess merch.
in our pop-up shops.
Yeah, because we do that too. Your pop-up shops will be like, shit, it's an art walk on Saturday. You try to go, and then be like, shit, let's go.
In there.
Yep, like, why not? Yep, so.
And honestly, those are, everything we've done so far has been amazing. Like, I've been inspired by each and every person we've spoken to. But like the pop-up shots, it's like surprise to us and surprise to you. Because we don't even know we're going to come.
Right.
Until we like, okay, here's an opportunity. Let's just pull up. We don't know who's gonna be there.
And that's how you get it raw. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't playing. It's like give us the real. What you out here doing. Why? What does that do for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, and we got so many different avenues. Like she was saying, it was the pop up. We can do them little videos. Then we do the docu-series, and then we went to the they was doing the Black Lives Matter murals on the street. So we went there. Still in the works right now, but that'll just be like a blog post or like an article. So like it won't. So it's a lot of different stuff. We got our hand like in a hell of different pots. And what's also amazing is like she was saying, like it's we always end up bumping into somebody that
Like it was meant to be. Somebody, the ancestors be really setting shit up.
Like it's like, wow, we was meant to be there at that time, at that moment, doing what we doing, and the connections, the networking is just like the shit falling in our lap. You know what I'm saying? Like we were supposed to be there right now because how else? Exactly. Like we wouldn't have got that no other way other than that. So.
Shout out to the ancestors. They really been looking out. They've been looking out. That's another way we know we doing what we supposed to be doing. Like
when everything just aligned and just fall in your lap.
This 2020, mind you, it's been a hard year. Last year was a hard year. But everything, like the ancestors really have paved the way for us. Like we just end up here, and then now we here. We only moving forward. Like they're ever since we became official, forward.
It's crazy because I wasn't gonna drop because we had got the LLC and shit like that, and but Corona and all that had happened, so we was just gonna sit, for a minute. She was like, "Nope, let's go." She was like, "Last party." I was like, "Fuck,
everybody popped
But that's how it was, and it's
Yeah.
crazy because I was gonna originally dropped like around my birthday, October 9th, and that's crazy because I was thinking about that the other day, and I'm like, damn, we wouldn't even been dropped, and it's like here we are, we done this, in this amount of time, and so shit, and I think I tweeted the other day, like sometimes you can't think about it too long, you just gotta do it, or you gonna
take a step.
It ain't perfect enough. It ain't I ain't ready just yet. It ain't. I need that. Like nope, just go. And shit, it's gonna come to you, as you go. So. Take a risk.
And we always talk about that too, about just like how you always that you are walking in your purpose when things accidentally fall in line.
Like destined.
Like okay, I guess I am doing
exactly.
Like thanks for that confirmation.
Right.
I literally I ain't even told nobody this, but a man, it's like just people thinking about me like randomly. Somebody opened up a comment, like they have like a space and they want somebody to come and host comedy shows. Yeah.
Chrissy MC
in the motherfucking building.
Can that be a commercial?
Okay, so
Mama wait, so I guess I can tell y'all. This is about y'all. It's about y'all.
I mean, like you said,
So like right now, my project is that I have not started is a comedy mixtape. So like a album EP of me just like doing maybe just talking stuff, and I want to have like people that I fuck with that I can bounce off of. Come to the studio because I'm gonna do it with the Goonies. Shout out to the Goonies.
Okay, shout out to
the
Goonies.
Motherfucking play
The Goonies.
So they gonna help me with that. So I'm moving this month, and once I move, I feel like that's just gonna be my I'm good. And then 2021, me and my little brother, we about to work on a cartoon.
Buddy's hilarious. That the coochie?
Yeah.
I mean, I sent
that to us. So
we about to work on a cartoon, bro.
I saw that. It's gonna be like the Boondocks.
Like the Boondocks.
Okay. I'm like, y'all can't edit like that.
This is straight.
That's it. I'm ready.
I'm ready. And the artist, I'm gonna show y'all. The artist is so like almost like boondock art, but on his own like level. Yes, and I mean, I'm so excited. I can't wait.
You should be. That's
dope.
And that's different.
And
I can't wait for you to pop out.
Yeah, because I don't like doing the stand up, y'all. Like I don't feel like I have not been able to be myself. Like how I am, if we just all sitting here talking, it's like I get that if I'm like by myself, or if I like when I be randomly recording a video, that'd be like random, like, hey, this
give me the
right. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's just like coming up and people expect, it's like, all right, it's a different type of flow, which some people, they like, oh yeah, but it's just like, nah, I need like, I just want to be like, I just want to create, and then Yep. Facts. 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 I struggle. I said it too loud.
All right, so if y'all could give y'all social media following before we close out and let everybody know how they can follow you, and then your website and all that information.
Okay. IG is at Art of a Rebel. Twitter is at Art of a Rebel. Facebook is Art of a Rebel Studios, and our YouTube. Yep. Gmail, artofarebelstudios@gmail.com, and our website, artofarebel.com. So check us out. You can hit us up on all of that.
And if you are an artist and you happen to be local,
please hit them up.
We love to hear from you.
And when we say artists, that's all across the board. If you feel like what you do is an art, it's a craft, it's something that you learn, you put your hard work into, your creativity into, then we want to know about it. We want to know your story, how you got there, all that good stuff. If you need somebody to reach out to us. If you want to just see what other people are thinking, check out our website. Raw Mentality drops every month. So look out for that
too. We like conversation.
For sure. And look out for winter merch.
Yeah,
we got y'all.
Because I love me a good long sleeve tee in the wintertime.
We got y'all.
I love t-shirts. We got y'all.
T-shirts on my line. All right, so y'all make sure y'all check them out. Follow them on their social media. We thank y'all for tuning in. We thank y'all for joining us on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Lit as hell. And
this
thank y'all so much for tuning in. Hey.
It's the Heart of the Dot.
We got it to the
Heart of the Dot is all about our black community, bringing the peace, positivity, and unity, giving our dot people love and opportunity, shedding good light with my girl Chrissy MC.
Head up, toes down, with your chest out, fist out, stand proud. It's the time now. Don't die down. We some soldiers. We gon' lie down. We ride now. Heart of the Dot. Yeah, we out.
It's the Heart of the Dot. We climbing to the top. This the Heart of the Dot. The number one spot. This the Heart of the Dot. We climbing to the top. The number one spot. Ayy. This the Heart of the Dot. We climbing to the top. This the Heart of the Dot. The number one spot. This the Heart of the Dot. We climbing to the top. The number one spot. Ayy. Chrissy. Me. Heart of the Dot. Ayy.